To all Black women of America, I want to express my heartfelt apology for the role that many white Americans, including white women, played in electing Donald Trump. I recognize the pain and frustration that this has caused in Black communities and the ways this outcome has undermined the rights, the safety, and the dignity of so many, especially Black women. I understand that Black women have long fought for justice and equity, not just for themselves, but for all marginalized communities. And your commitment to truth, resilience, and progress is truly inspiring. As a white person, I'm aware that part of my responsibility is to listen, learn, and actively challenge systems that harm and marginalize. And it's clear that actions speak louder than words. I'm still committed to doing the work necessary to help build a future where all voices are heard and respected. Thank you for your continued strength and leadership. I'm committed to being an ally in creating positive, lasting changes so that we can all live equally in this country. To all of the white women who let everyone else down, check back with me in 4 years. I'm sorry for your daughters. I'm sorry for your sisters that you made a choice to vote a convicted criminal into the presidency. You complain about crime committed by people who came to this country to seek a new life, but you weren't worried about putting a criminal in office again. You must be aware that he's about to use his power to save himself and to save every insurrectionist who was sentenced as a result of the insurrection. You are truly about to see what misuse of power looks like.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? I hope you're doing super great from wherever you're watching us from. As you know, this is your presenter, Jintek Stories, and I'm hoping that you are okay. Now, usually I always like addressing things that are contemporary happening in the United States. Now, for this reason, there's so much havoc that is happening in the United States today. Amongst it is the cost of living. Amongst it is people are paying way high much taxes, and people are complaining about all this because this all goes to the middle class citizen, right? Now, white people are coming to realize that they made the biggest mistake they could ever make, to not listen to black folks, because at the end of the day, we all were seeing how they were being interviewed and the way they were saying like they liked who they were going to choose, right? But when things happened, it turned out that things never went the way they planned. And as a result, they are feeling so bad and they are regretting the decision that they made to choose whoever they chose to choose. But black people on the other side were like, we told you not to do this, but you went ahead and did what you did. Today, we are seeing a couple of white people trying to come out because I know some of some of white folks made the decision out of fast racism. Why am I saying so? You won't listen to the opinion of a black person because it's black, right? You'd rather choose a white person in as much as he's going to lead you astray, but you'd rather just choose them because they're white, right? When you could ask a couple of people why they chose who they chose, they'll give you a reason, right? But let's go in the street and ask people, for example, if they regret what they did. Most definitely, a lot of responses that you're going to be getting is they are regretting that decision, and this is what we have been observing for the longest time, right? And now a question, even before letting you watch the video: do you take the apology, black folks of the United States? I just want to know that, right? Do you accept the apology that they are trying to offer you? I want us to watch this video. As you know, these are presented Jintek Stories, and I'm hoping you're great. For those who are watching us for the first time, I'll ask you to subscribe to our channel, join our membership, and really get to see what we can offer you. But until then, these are presented Jintek Stories, and I'm hoping that you are super great. Stay tuned, and I'll be back with my commentary.
I grew up in a white supremacy household and community, and when I say that, most of the people who grew up around me or who know me personally will say, that's not true. I'm not racist. I have black friends. I like black people. But the problem is they don't understand the racism. Just because we have black friends or you employ black people, as Donald Trump used to say, doesn't exempt you from being racist. Some of the things that I was conditioned to believe growing up were things like this. There are two types of black people, the good ones and then those kind. But what makes it so bad is they don't end it there. In order to justify saying this, they always follow it up with, well, there's two types of white people too, the trashy kind and then the people who keep themselves together. And they do this to consciously make themselves believe that they are not being prejudiced or discriminatory. And the same thing with immigration. I don't have a problem with Hispanic people or Latino people. They just need to come here the right way. But these same exact people are crickets when people who are here legally are being targeted and having their legal protection status taken from them. Or when immigrants are being kidnapped and deported and sold to an El Salvadoran prison without due process. It's not a peep. The other thing that I've learned growing up in a predominantly white community is that we love to demonize and vilify certain demographics of people in subtle and insidious ways. We create terms like black on black crime, or the new one that Trump created, migrant crime. And they do this to try to clear their conscience because in their heart of hearts, they want to believe that they're well-intentioned and good people. Person wants to believe themselves to be xenophobic or racist, but subconsciously they say and do things that are just that. They love to equate black people and with immigrants with criminality. Look at what's going on with the two Texas teenagers right now with Carmelo Anthony. The people who are targeting him are the same exact people who automatically equate black people with criminality, equate black people with violence and aggression. These same people will defend the people like Kyle Rittenhouse or Daniel Penny who unalived Jordan Neely on the subway. They'll say that for them it was self-defense because in their mind, they don't think that they're inherently evil or aggressive or violent. This is why I'm so passionate about the work that I do, because it's not enough to be not racist. We must learn the work of anti-racism.
This is my encouragement to all the white people that showed up to protest. Y'all understand that we can show up to demand that Kilmar Garcia be brought back. We can show up in those types of numbers to demand that the cops stop killing black men, women, and children. We can show up in those type of numbers to demand that the fucking genocide in Palestine be stopped, that we stop paying for that shit. We can show up on those type of numbers to demand that the Alien Enemies Act is fucking insane and was used to create Japanese internment camps in this country. Now there's no excuse. You can show up. Maybe it's when your 401k or fucking retirement or your Social Security, your Medicare and Medicaid are affected. But you can't hide now. Like you can come out. You can do this. You just proved it. So, my encouragement, my push for other white people is to show up in fucking numbers like this about shit that truly matters when it comes to the lives of Black, Indigenous, people of color, immigrant families. There's no more excuses. You proved it. You showed you can show up in the millions. So if we want Kilmar Garcia back, which we do, if we want the other immigrants that we're taking illegally back, we want them back. We have the power to show up in millions and say, give them back to us. Get them back here. Or we're going to cause a fucking problem. You showed up. You showed up. So you have the capacity, you have the understanding, you have the organization capabilities to fucking do it. But that would require sacrifice, right? Because cops don't respond. They respond very differently to a bunch of fucking white people showing up being bitchy and fucking mad about their 401k, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, as opposed to how they're going to show up if we come out to the streets and say, give us what we want, which includes activating our humanity and standing up against the fucking crazy evil orders they have going on right now. If we come out in mass as white people against ICE, against fucking police brutality, the cops are going to show up differently. Are you ready for that? Do you want that? Because like I said, right, you can't hide that shit anymore. You have the capacity. You just showed everyone. Millions of white people showed up. So if you can organize for that shit, if you can organize for the shit that affects you as a white person, why the fuck can't we do it in a way that demands everyone else's humanity be seen as well? We're nobody's fucking savior, but we can stand in our humanity and for the collective humanity and demand that our government and our fucking president or whatever fall in fucking place and stop carrying out such heinous fucking bullshit.
White supremacy is narcissistic. Donald Trump is a narcissist. It has fueled the fire of the narcissism that comes along with white supremacy. That's why so many people constantly find themselves in positions of trying to argue with Trump supporters, and they constantly move the goalpost. They will never be wrong. They will never fucking admit when they are. They will double down on their shit. It's been 10 years. A narcissist operates in a way that creates their own reality, right? Again, white supremacy operates this way too. And so when they are combined, it is extremely powerful, violent, and dangerous. Because these people, so many Trump supporters white Trump supporters convince themselves that they are truly good people when they can sit by and vote in support of a man that has the richest fucking person in the world doing a Nazi salute at the presidential inauguration. They'll think they're a good person and support a president that ran his entire fucking presidential race on the irrational fear of immigrant families. They think they are a good person regardless of how much violence comes out of this administration. They think they're good people regardless of how many students or families are destroyed by ICE. You remember back in fucking Charlottesville when Trump said there were good people on both sides and he was talking about Nazis? You remember Trump with the Central Park Five, these young black teenagers, children. He called for the death penalty for them on a case where they were all innocent, and he's never taking accountability for it. Narcissists do not take accountability. They will never be wrong in their own mind, and you see that reflected in white Trump supporters. You see that a lot of times in white people in general, but Trump has really helped lay the guidelines of violent white supremacy. He is an outcome of centuries of this shit built up. You can't talk white Trump supporters out of not wanting to be violent. And it doesn't matter how much you push for them to grasp onto empathy, they don't give a fuck. They will dig their heels deeper and deeper and deeper, and they will move the goalposts over and over and over. And And it is far beyond the place of being logical. It has been for 10 fucking years. They won't budge. They won't move. They don't care about anyone outside of themselves. Trump promised them open, overt, violent white supremacy. 3 out of 5 white men wanted that. 1 out of 2 white women wanted that. They knew what they were getting. Every fucking year he ran. First presidency, it doesn't matter. He fucked up COVID. Like, the list is so long. They don't give a shit. He promised to protect their whiteness. And that shit is backfiring like a motherfucker. Because white supremacy doesn't work out for us as white people either. And even then, because I know a lot of white people are sitting here and like, oh my God, what is the breaking point? When are they going to stop? They won't. And they don't. Even when the crosshairs are on them. This shit runs deep. It's very deeply rooted. Because if they have to give up their MAGA identity, their entire fucking world will fall the fuck apart.
If you're a white person on the right side of history, I need you to hear me out for a second. Collectively, we need to start treating red hats, MAGA, like racist people treat black people. You may already know how to do this, but if you don't, here's some pointers. If you're a woman and you're walking down the street and someone wearing a MAGA hat is walking toward you, I need you to clutch your purse and I need you to cross the street. If you get sat in a restaurant next to a MAGA person or near a MAGA person, I need you to request a new table. Bonus points if you tell the hostess or host why you want to be seated elsewhere. Triple bonus points if you make it known that you will wait for another table. If you work in retail and you see a red hat in the store, follow them around. If you're a receipt checker at like Walmart or Costco, take extra time to review their receipts. Count their items. Make it inconvenient. If you roll up to a red light and you look out your window and you are next to a MAGA person, make eye contact and then roll up your window. If you see a MAGA woman with multiple children out somewhere, strike up a conversation and then ask if all the kids have the same dad. If you see a person in a red hat walking around your neighborhood, figure out a way to report a suspicious person, whether that's calling the cops or just making a comment on your Ring app or updating your local neighborhood Facebook group. If you're on any form of public transportation and you see one of these people sitting and there's an open seat next to them, choose to stand. And if they offer you the seat, say, "No, I'm good. Please note that I did not say thank you." If you're forced to engage with them, ask them where they're from. And when they tell you that they're from Ohio or West Virginia or something like that, say no, but like where are you really from? And that's just a start. If you have some more, leave it in the comments.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm believing and I'm hoping that you are great. I'm hoping and believing that you're doing fine from wherever you're watching us from. Most definitely, people are crying, people are complaining, people are leaving the United States as a result of all these things that are happening. And I'm thankful for those who are leaving. But my question is, why are you leaving? Yet you're the one who chose, whoever chose. Why are you leaving after making the decision that you made? People are being taken out of the United States. People can't share their opinion. Like, there is no freedom of speech. When you try to say something, they will come for you and they'll deport you. Even if you are legally, even if you belong to the United States, that's what they do to you. So people are asking themselves this question: when will this end? Are we seeing the rise of fascism? But let's not even go deep into that. You, as a person, you're the one who made the decision that you made. You voted for fascism. You voted for yourself to be deported. You voted for the prices of eggs and other ridiculous things, prices to be hiked. You are the one who voted for all these tariffs that are affecting middle class people. You voted so that your business can be wiped out by the corporate America, right? And you know damn well that the person, sorry, that the person that you chose is a person that serves the elites, is a person that serves the corporate America. They are the people who call the shots. They are the people who run every damn thing. They have all factors of production. I So you voted out knowing that you're gonna be getting the piece of the cake, right? It turns out that even the small that you have is being taken away from you. White farmers from Nebraska, what is happening to you? Your farms are being taken. The tariffs are affecting you negatively, and you can't do nothing about it. So it's a crazy time that this is happening. But at the end of the day, black folks are asking themselves this question: didn't we tell you? Did we tell you about all these crazy things that are happening? Hi. People can't even go and talk and speak about all this without being searched. And I've heard even students who went to the United States with education passport, right, with further studies passport, being deported back for being vocal, talking about social things that are happening over there, trying to question the decisions that some people are making. What type of leadership are we trying to see at this moment? And it is you, the person who is trying to run from the United States. You are the person who is responsible for choosing what you decided to choose. But right now, you running, leaving the country for the people who didn't choose what you are trying to run. So it is unfair. But at the end of the day, I like to say that you get to learn and learn from your mistakes so that in future you get to make the correct decisions out of anything that you're trying to do. You will remember damn well that you'll never repeat the same mistakes that you repeated. And I hope that this is an eye-opener to all Americans, to prove to you that the country is being run by the elites, the country is being run by the corporates. So it's upon you as a citizen to choose to walk on the right path. And I understand we have some people that say that whether you chose Kamala Harris or whether you chose Mr. Donald Trump, neither of them would have served the normal citizen. They would have served the interest of the elites or the interest of people who call the shots. So most definitely, I really want to know what you think about this, because this is so critical. I'm seeing a couple, I don't know if it's because of guilt or something, but I'm seeing a lot of white folks coming out and trying to apologize and trying to, talk about all this, trying to make it right with black folks of the United States, because majority, according to the stats, let's talk about the stats. According to the stats, we have like 80% of black folks that voted for Kamala Harris, right? And at least 20 that voted for Mr. Donald Trump. So we have a large number or a large percentage of people that made the right decision. So that's one thing which is so commendable to talk about. Now, honestly, I really want to know what you think about this, because this is so nuanced issue with a lot of dynamics that are happening in the United States. People are regretting their choices. So I'd like to ask you, do you regret the choice that you made? Right? So these are presented Jintuk Stories. I'm hoping that you are super great from wherever you're watching us from. And for those who are watching us for the first time, I'm really, really thankful. For those who are coming back, always watching my videos, supporting me, I'm really, really thankful for you. Please subscribe to the channel. For those who haven't subscribed to my channel, you could join my membership. And let's grow together. Let's grow together. Let's grow this channel together. Let's talk about all these issues. You can always contact me through my email, discuss with me 1, 2, 3 things that you want to tell me. Until then, these are presented Jintuk Stories, and I'm hoping to see you on my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.